What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jordan Kurtz with comments from the Peanut Gallery as well as the MMA plug with DenverSportsBetting.com. I have a very special guest with us here today, the General, Mr. Coach Marc Montoya over there from Fight Island in Abu Dhabi. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Good to see you. How's everything?
It's great, Coach. Great. I mean, it's awesome to see you out there every week. I know we all miss you back home, and I'm sure your family misses you a lot.
Say hi to him for me. I'll probably see you guys in like 2042 or something like that, you know?
Right. It just seems like, you just keep on having guys, stacked up and just loading onto these cards as they come along. But that's not a bad thing, though, either, at the same time.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's a blessing to be working and having opportunities like this. At times, I do feel like the show Castaway, stuck on an island. You just need to send me that volleyball, Wilson, and he and I will chill here in this room, you know?
That's totally understandable, Coach. I mean, perfect analogy, too. Perfect analogy there. Coach, just tell me a little bit about what that's meant, like your lifestyle change or how you've had to kind of just shift your day-to-day, operations, being all the way across the world.
Yeah, so what happened is the September 26th show originally was going to be in Vegas, and that was the card that Brandon Royval was on. When they shifted that to Abu Dhabi, it obviously created some challenges with Youssef being booked on the 10th of October. So you can see there's a gap there from the 26th to the 10th that you're like, oh, wow, okay, now we're going to be in Abu Dhabi for that duration of time. So, I spoke to Jason House, and we've been trying to get Luigi over to Denver, and he was actually going to come over, but with COVID and all the stuff going on, it made best sense for him to fight here in that slot. And so Jason was able to find an opportunity for him on the 3rd. And so we said, you know what, if we're going to be there, let's just make that time worth it in being there. So with Brandon's card getting shifted to the 26th, we put Luigi on the 3rd since I was going to have to stay anyway for the 10th. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Yusuf's fighting on the 10th. And then I just got news from Jason actually on the night of Luigi's fight that Jonathan had an opportunity to step up and fight Almeida, and so we made some quick adjustments, and Krause is able to jump on an opportunity as well on the same card, so they've extended my stay a little bit for another week until the show on the 17th. So I wasn't lying when I said it, like Castaway, bro, stuck on this island. I've got residency here now, and I figure I just start wearing the garb and I'll become one with the UAE.
Coach, you better not put it on. They might not let you back.
That's why I shaved my beard today. I was like, man, I got to stay clean cut today,
That's awesome. Coach, Krause, you mentioned him having a fight. He's became like an internet legend after that Trevin Giles fight. The memes are just pure gold, like the Spice Adams, like the looking around the tree, just all those out there. His stock just seems like it's grown exponentially ever since that point.
Well, yeah, I agree, and I think obviously winning, his last 6 out of 7, and arguably he won the Giles fight too. So winning is why he gets opportunities, and then also him staying ready consistently is why he's getting opportunities. I would never sign off as his coach to take these short notice fights if he wasn't training consistently and staying ready. And he and I see a lot of each other on the road, so we're able to train a lot together. Obviously, in normal circumstances, he would come out and we'd train like normal, and we'd do a camp together, and we'd go fight like we did on a lot of those fights prior to this. But yeah, it's got to be, timing has to be right, and opponent has to be right, and things have worked out that way for James and obviously us as a team. And so, we like the matchup. It's something that, in the time period, it's something that he and I and Jason actually talked about for the last month and a half, I would say, about, having an opportunity out here. For it to be on the 17th, no one obviously saw that coming down the pipe again, but it was still available and it's there. So with them pushing Jonathan's fight off, it just works out for everybody to sit and stay and go and get the opportunity and the chance to fight again for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, makes total sense in that regard. So, Coach, I want to ask you this, and just so it's clear out there on the record for everybody else out there to hear and know, is there any other coach or team, for that matter, who has the schedule or the frequency of appearances that Factory X and you are having out there on Fight Island?
That's a good question. I think I don't know for a fact, but I would say I haven't seen or know of a coach staying or a team staying like what we've done up to this point. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. It's been a unique circumstances, and then, like I said, with the timing of Brandon's card getting changed, it forced our hand to be here. But when opportunity's there, you've got, when the iron's hot, you've got to strike. So that's the thing is we've taken advantage of that, and all the guys are showing up and fighting well, and obviously they're winning and also winning impressively and winning bonuses. So right now, a lot of people are out of work, and we have an opportunity to work, and these guys are getting opportunities to change their life. I mean, you see Brandon Royval went out and was able to beat Kai, who's a super tough opponent. And then, he got another opportunity to fight Moreno with the whole shakeup of the title fight. And so those are big opportunities, but you have to execute first in order to get them. So, I don't think so, Jordan. I think I could be wrong about that, but watching a lot of these guys have never come overseas before. And so it's cool to see from beginner eyes, anytime you do that. Like this year, I took my son for the first time ever elk hunting that he could actually hunt and archery hunt. And so to see archery hunting and elk hunting through beginner eyes again is it's really cool, right? And so it's a very similar thing here is you get to see going overseas from beginner eyes, and that doesn't happen all the time. But a lot of these guys that are fighting over here have never fought overseas. I mean, Brandon Royval, he's never gone out of the country at all. So to see that is pretty cool. It's fun to see. There's a lot of challenges out here because the UFC is fighting on the U.S. time schedule. So we're staying on the States schedule for the most part. We're extending it a little bit. We wake up a little later than what we would if we were in the States, but these guys are having to report at 1:30, 3, 4, 5 a.m., something like that here in Abu Dhabi. And so, which is Saturday night, which would be typical if we were in Vegas, for example. But there's some challenges with that. And I realized it early when Brandon was fighting is that, we were up in the dark, going to bed in the day. We're still doing that. But when the first few days when Brandon was here, we weren't seeing any of the sun. And I was like, man, we can't do that. That's depressing. And so kind of extended it a little bit. And, we're getting to bed around 12 to 2 p.m. here. And then waking up, 7-8 hours later. So, it extends it there in the morning, but those are some highlights, and then those are some challenges that you have to deal with when you're fighting overseas with the time difference.
Definitely. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. Is there any last bit that you want to get out to friends, family, supporters, the team, anybody?
No, just want to say thank you to you. Professor Busy, Professor Scotty, Randy Caruso, Greg, Coach G, Joe Warren, all the guys at Landau Performance, Eric, Augie, Wrigley, and just my team, and just want to thank them. And then most of all, just thank my family for the sacrifices that they continually give, and without their support, none of this is possible. So just want to say thank you to all them, and to you, man. Keep up the great work.
Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate you so much for taking the time. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend with Youssef, and the next weekend with Jonathan and with Krause.
Yeah, 100%. And don't forget, man, a lot of this stuff, this wheel doesn't turn without a good relationship with all those guys' management. The Iridium team has done an amazing job for us, and Jason and I have a great relationship, and that's something that's really sparked a lot of what's going on is that relationship and getting the opportunities that we're both creating for each other's team. And so that's a huge deal, and they deserve absolutely recognition as well.
100%. Shout out to the dark side. That's Iridium Sports Agency with Mr. Jason House, hardest working agent in the game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Coach. You can catch Coach Marc Montoya the next couple of weekends on UFC Fight Island. This weekend, I should say, with Youssef the Moroccan Devil Zalal. Next weekend with Jonathan the Dragon Martinez, a.k.a. Pedro, as well as the James Krause, Anyway OG. Thank you so much, Coach, and we will see you next time.